Welcome back, everybody, or welcome if you're new. Today we're in the limited late models here at Charlotte. We had the fastest lap in practice. The top three numbers are all named Austin, which is hilarious to me. I don't think I've had this many Austins in a race, so that's kind of funny. Don't know if we're going to be able to replicate that time in qualifying or not. Track came in, like, really worn out through the middle, so this is going to be real interesting. You're going to have to either work above or below it to be fast. It's going to be interesting to see how that works out in the race. These high lanes have like a weird dip in the corner, like the beginning of the corner, so it kind of messes up your car. On the bottom though, it's pretty fine. I just try to let off a little bit, keep the car straight, and just drive off the corner as much as I can. I just let off a little bit and try to get the car to rotate a little bit through it, but not to where the back end kicks out. It actually felt like a pretty good lap. 7:06, alright, so we got faster than practice, which I'm surprised about, to be honest. Did not think I'd be getting a faster time. Trying not to get my car too sideways in the middle of these corners is the main thing. Try to keep as much speed up as we can. 8:76 on the second lap, makes sense. The number 3 ran a 7:20 and a 7:15, so he's consistently fast. Okay, interesting. I didn't think you can get faster in the second lap if you run high on the first lap like I do, but he actually ran 7:20, 7:15, so solid laps overall, but I'll take the pole for now, but we got a couple people left to qualify. I'll pick it up and we're getting ready to go green. Hopefully we can keep this. Alright, well we kept the pole, which is awesome. 11 cars in this race because the 10 and 13 both aren't here, so might run into lap traffic at some point. I'm not 100% sure. It'll be interesting to see if we do or not. Depends if people are wrecking. It's gonna be hard to get away from everybody, I feel like. Actually, maybe not. The qualifying times is actually quite different. And even the practice times were pretty like spread out, which I was surprised about. The 3 car is super close to me. He's consistently fast, I feel like, so he's gonna be right on me the whole time. It'll be a good race, hopefully. We got 11 people in the race. We'll see how lap traffic fares, if we have any. Hopefully not, but it'd be interesting to have some. Decent sized field though. I think there was about 25, 26 people that registered the race, so it split us up 13 and 12 or 13 and 13 for the 2 splits. But I'm happy we got the pole because getting the pole in limiteds is very good. It's very helpful because there's no cautions, so you control the only start off of 4, and you can hopefully get a good restart, like good jump on it at least. To get out ahead and not have to worry about being side by side into the first corner. With the track coming in pretty worn out through the middle, it'll be interesting to see how worn out the bottom gets and if the top becomes faster at some point. Because if the bottom wears out, it's going to be a fine line trying to not hit the slick between those two, I would think. Might still be doable. But the top might become easier to run. And maybe faster overall at that point if it's too slicked off. It'll be interesting to see how this track wears out, to say the least, because I was kind of shocked to see how worn out it was through the middle, but it actually makes for a better racing, I think. Need to get a good start here though. Get out to a lead. Pace truck pulls off real early on the backstretch because that's where the entrance to pit lane is. Bring him around here, and I'm gonna start going. Try to get a good turn down. Ooh, I hit the tire. Let's not do that. 3 car goes high, which I'm kind of surprised about. I feel like you're gonna lose a ton of time up top in the beginning. And he tries to pinch down the guy below him. I'm surprised he didn't get wrecked there, because 3 car really risked that getting wrecked in the first lap. He's not making any friends back there with that move. Tap the brake slightly to get the car to turn into that corner because it wasn't wanting to turn going in. Still doing the same thing as I did in qualifying, just let off slightly to get it to rotate if it's not. That time it didn't rotate at all. 3 car had a good run. One and 2 it rotates better in, I feel like. He is all over me right there. 3 and 4, it's not wanting to rotate. I have to like tap the brake a little bit. Oh, he's all out of sorts behind me. He got all sorts of sideways, it looked like. I don't know how the hell he did that. Like, it looked like he almost lost the car coming off the corner. There we go, it rotated that time. Maybe the amount of fuel in it messed up the balancing, I feel like, a little bit. Not 100% sure. But after a couple laps, it was alright. After about 5 laps, it's starting to feel good. You really just gotta not hit those inside tires. I almost messed up on the restart, though. I tried to cut too much of the track. Tap that tire, but the tire coming off of 3 and 4 isn't as deadly as the one in the middle right there, because that one's a lot taller. The one coming off that I clipped is a lot shorter, so I was able to just like kind of bounce over it. Got kind of lucky though, so I'll take it. Getting a little slick off those corners, which I don't like. Trying to get my back tire as much on the grip as I can and keep the car straight coming off. Still a little lower in the grip in 1 and 2. There's a good amount of grip in 1 and 2 on the bottom, it feels like, which is usually opposite of this track. But once the car starts going up, I'm just trying to keep it straight, because that time it didn't want to rotate as well. And I just tried keeping it straight coming off the corner, not smack the wall though. But I want to keep my speed up, because the more sideways you are, the more speed you're burning. We've got a pretty good gap back to second, which is nice. Not an amazing gap by any means, but at least I got a gap. I'm happy about that. Starting to get pretty worn out on the bottom in 1 and 2. 3 and 4 starting to slick up a little. But 1 and 2 starting to slick up a lot. But I'm able to hit the line just right now. 3 and 4 is getting thinner for sure as well. I think the higher side in 1 and 2 and maybe the lower side in 3 and 4 might become a thing soon. But we're coming up to halfway in this race. Got a second lead at the moment. I was happy these are at Charlotte this week. I've missed Charlotte. I haven't been on this track in a while, I feel like. I think the last time might have been the street stocks a few weeks ago. Had an okay run there, not a great one though. But that was when people were like wall bouncing, well not wall bouncing, but like wall glitching, like riding the wall all the way around the damn corners. Because it was super slicked off after the heat races. Definitely getting slick off of 4 now. Main thing is, if you can keep your car straight while this track slicks off, you're going to be fast. Mainly still full throttle most of the time, because that's what these limiteds are for the most part. But once I get in the slick, I try to let off a little bit while I'm in the corner, because I don't want my car just to kick out sideways on me. Coming up the lap traffic is going to be interesting to say the least. Got a big gap back to third now. I don't know what happened to them. If they started just losing time with the track or hit the inside tire or got too sideways, not sure. People are leaving left and right now. People might be trying to run too low, trying to stay under the slick, but that's not really possible in these cars at this point. You're basically got to hit those tires to do that. And that might have been what happened with those 2 guys that left. I don't know if this is week 12 or not. I know we're probably getting pretty close to week 12. I hope it's not week 13 next week, because I have next week off of work, so I'm planning. Oh, that straightened out really bad. Oh, the guy behind me lost a lot of time too. I'm planning to try to get a race out every day next week since I have off of work. So hopefully it's not week 13 next week. If so, we might see a lot of like street stock racing, because they kind of run those a lot during week 13. They change the tracks like every day up on them. But I'm hoping it's a normal week and I can just do a bunch of different kinds of cars on tracks and have a lot of fun with it. But that's my goal for next week at least. So I'm gonna have my normal like Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday and Monday probably. Maybe Saturday, Sunday, Monday, depending on the tracks they're at this week and how much time I have on my hands over the weekend. Got a 2-second lead now, okay. Doing pretty well, it seems like. But it depends on how much time I have over the weekend, on how many races we get out. Might miss Sunday like normal, because I'm usually pretty busy on the weekends as well. But next week I'll have a lot of time. So hopefully you guys are excited for that. I appreciate all you guys that continue watching. Like, the amount of views I get don't matter too much to me, I feel like, because they're astronomically higher than when I first started last year. So I appreciate everybody that watches. I'm gonna try to go high around this lap car. Try to keep the momentum up. And just to kind of see what this has up here at this point. It actually has some decent speed in 1 and 2, which I thought would happen. If I can kind of just stay up here. That dip that was there in the beginning of the corner kind of went away. I don't think it's faster though right now. The high side in 1 and 2 might be faster if you hit it right. But I don't think overall this is faster, because it looks like the guy behind me is catching me. Maybe like a 10th a corner or so. I don't know. 1 and 2 I kind of stayed even with them. I have a lot of momentum down the straightaway. I'm kind of just trying this for experimental reasons so you guys can see in your races if you need to use it or not. But it doesn't seem to be faster in my eyes. Actually, it worked out decent there. I'm staying pretty even with the guy behind me at this point. But there is kind of still a bump going into 3 there. So I have to turn it a little harder. It's definitely not faster. You could definitely keep your momentum up, and I think it would be hard to pass if you're ahead of them and you run higher like that. But hell, I'm happy I won that. Got a pretty good lead midway through the race, just worked the track. I'm very happy about that. I love winning at Charlotte because I actually have pretty good success here. That's a lot of fun. It's always fun to go wire to wire. I wish the second was a little closer just to have a good race, but I'll take a win regardless. I think that's 2 wins in a row now because the UMP's last part, last Monday, I won that. I need to answer him, but yeah, I love winning. That's always fun. Oh no, it's going away. I can't type. Is he from Florida as well? Oh no, he's from Ohio. He might know this place down here though. But yeah, great race. Car number 1 finishing first. Definitely going to gain I rating. Winning always helps that. Had a fast car. Was able to keep, what's it called? A good run going. Running that like midline. About to move to Tampa. Ended up in Orlando. Orlando traffic sucks. But I wish. That's funny. That's funny. But yeah, working the midline, right under the slick, right above the slick, worked out really well for us. Once the lap car came to us, I just got by on the top, but good race. Happy with the results. So let's go see what we end up getting out of this. All right, results are in. Strength of field was 24.42. It's pretty good strength of field overall. Had the fastest lap, very happy about that. Just ran away with it like midway through that race, just working the lines. Did it pretty well, so I'm really happy about that. Gained 52 I rating, back over 4,100. Very good. I'm very happy about that. I had a good champ point. I'm actually doing pretty well in the standings for the limiteds, which is interesting. I've won a lot in these this season, which is super surprising with the way the tire change and everything. It kind of didn't affect me too much. I kind of adjusted to it pretty quick. But it was a pretty clean race overall. Only a couple 2X's down at the bottom, which is probably why they were back there, because they got spun out or something, or left as well. So pretty good race overall. Clean. 3-car made it interesting in the beginning with I think it was a 7 that was in 3rd or something like that. Pinched him down in 3 and 4. Forgot to go look at that, but it is what it is. had a good race, fast car. Very happy with how it went. So appreciate you guys for watching as always. Hope you guys enjoyed the race and maybe learned a little bit from my run. Hopefully you guys can use it to use if possible. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to see some more racing, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.